Yeah.
What color vest describes Bill?
Probably gray. Yeah. Why? I can't really tell you anything specific. That's just what it reminds me of.
Okay. What color vest describes Bill?
Probably brown because it's like reminds me of the woods. Autumn colors.
Okay. What car best describes Bill?
A Volkswagen. A Volkswagen.
What?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Just let me figure out why.
Down here.
You guys have to figure out why. A Mercedes.
Bill or Gwen is the boss of the family. So why?
Absolutely.
If I'd have called you, I know you'd have reminded me and I couldn't.
Well, that sounds like a good deal of business. I already got it down, but
I think Bill like thinks he is. And sometimes he is, but only because she lets him.
Okay. Last question. If Gwen had gone to college or chosen any career, what would it have been?
Definitely, probably. No, definitely or probably. Which one? Okay. Probably nursery.
Okay, Bill.
Gone to college?
Or chosen any career?
He would have chosen to be an instrument player because he loves to blow his own horn.
Okay, thank you. What heuristic do you think you got from your mom?
I think I probably got a little bit of her talent for being a big ham.
Okay. And your dad?
My dad, I think I got his characteristic that he doesn't quit. Anything he starts out to do, he finishes.
Okay. Name one special time you shared with mom.
And my mom and dad, one time when I was little, we went to National Bridge, Virginia. We had a real good time there, and I remember they bought us these little doll babies, Indian doll babies, and mine had a papoose on the back of it, and I thought that was the neatest thing on earth.
What color best describes your mom?
Mom is kind of like a rainbow because she's unchangeable. She has different hues to her. It's a different color every day with her.
And your dad?
Dad's brown. Good old sturdy brown, like an old tree. He's always there and everything. He's just brown.
Okay, what car best describes your dad?
What?
What car?
What car best describes my dad? A four-wheeler. Something that's a Bronco. My mom, I don't know why, he comes out of Volkswagen to me. Something funny looking, something you can get around in real quick.
Okay, what animal best describes your dad?
My dad's a big bear.
Okay, what about your mom?
My mom reminds me of a turkey. But she's just running around every which way, and she's got a skinny long neck. And she just moves all the time.
What's the funniest thing that has happened in 40 years your mom and dad have been married? Recent and long ago.
I think one of the funniest things I always laugh about is when Mom bought the mattress. It's a long drawn out story, but Mom got into this thing where she was buying used furniture a lot, and we bought a mattress for this bed, and it ended up being a half bed mattress. We had to cut the bed down to fit the mattress. And we bought it used, and I was with her when it happened. And after we got the bed cut down, the mattress on and everything, the family that we bought the mattress from wanted the mattress back because their mommy needed her mattress back. She wouldn't sleep on anything else. And these big old boys were really mean about it, and they kept coming up to the house every night threatening us, but Mommy wants her mattress back. Mommy wants her mattress back. And it got really hairy, and it was funny at the same time. It's just something you had to be there to appreciate.
Okay,
mother was a scream.
Name one quality that your dad has.
One quality that my dad has, outstanding quality would be his intelligence. My mom,
I say, what have you been up to?
very talented.
I ain't been up to nothing but killing turkey.
Which one, Bill or Gwen, is the boss of the family?
My mother's the boss of the family. My dad wouldn't like to admit it. My mom lets my dad think he's the boss of the family, but he's not the boss of the family.
Okay. If your mom had gone to college or chosen any career, what would it have been?
I think if she'd had her choice, she'd have probably gone into acting. I think she would have made a great actress.
What about your dad?
My dad,
It weighed 10 pounds.
he'd have probably been working at Kaiser Aluminum. That's just what he loved and what he would have been doing. He would have been in business somewhere.
Okay, thanks.
Ask you the one about the candy bar. I've got
Oh, okay. What candy bar best describes your mom?
my mom
Good shape.
reminds me of a package of M&M's because if you open it up and take one out each day, you get a different color every day, and mother's different every day. She just goes up and down.
What about your dad?
Dad reminds me of sugar daddy. And I don't mean that in the term sugar daddy like it sounds. It's just the fact that a sugar daddy will last a long time. You can't eat it in a minute. It's not soft and squishy like another kind of candy bar or something. It's like something that's always there. You can't get rid of it. It stays there. Is that it?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. What color best describes Gwen?
Collar describes her soul.
And explain.
Red.
Why?
Why?
Okay.
Just red.
Okay.
Just red.
What color best describes your
Brown.
Why?
Because the woods.
What car best describes Bill?
I don't know. A truck. How's that?
Yes.
Is that good enough?
Yeah. Gwen.
Let me think. That's a hard one for her.
Well, I'll think about it.
I'll come back to that.
Okay. What animal best describes Bill?
We built a new trailer. Nice. I'd say a bear. Platform out back over. Turkey. I say turkey.
Okay. What kind of candy bar reminds you most of Bill?
Gosh. What kind of candy bar? I have no idea. I'll pick a Clark bar.
Okay.
An almond joy.
Okay. If you can remember, what's the funniest thing that has happened in the 4 years when Bill's been married? Do you remember?
One of the funniest things? 14.
40.
What's the funniest thing? You know, I should have been thinking about this.
So you heard about it, or do you remember?
Oh, I don't know. I'd say, where they, when they went to the cemetery that time and dug up that grave.
Okay.
Well, not really. Yeah, in a way it was funny.
Okay.
No?
Name one quality you admire
I may come back
most
to that.
about
What?
Bill. What's one quality you admire most about Bill?
What? Wait a minute.
What quality?
Do I, okay. Yeah. I'd say his mechanical ability.
With.
We-
With.
For,
unselfish.
Which one, Bill or Gwen, is the boss of the family?
Gwen.
Why?
She, I'd say, just from what I can see, I'd say
Okay.
because she's able to get her way, she can maneuver.
Okay. If Gwen had gone to college or chosen any career, what would it be?
Probably
Or Bill? If Bill had gone to college.
he'd have probably gone and become a, say, a forest ranger.
Okay. Well,
I'd say Gwen, she would have probably had been a, what do they call,
what did they do? What would you have done?
I'm trying to think. I had my mind on one thing would be that. I'd say a carrier decorator. How's that?
Okay. Let's see. And to the secretary bar, they used to that. Oh yeah, they used to that. When was that? When you want to come back to?
Oh, what was that? He said we'll come back to it.
Well, that wraps.
A car? No, already done that. Is that all of it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that wraps it up.
Okay.
Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy. Name one. Okay, excuse me. What color best describes Gwen? Pink. Why?
She always wears.
Okay, Bill. Okay, what car best describes Bill?
What color?
Gwen. Okay, what animal best describes Gwen? What animal best describes Gwen? Dog. Bill. Okay. What magazine best describes Gwen?
Playboy.
Bill. What kind of candy bar reminds you the most of Bill?
Baby Ruth.
Gwen. Okay, what's the funniest thing that has happened in the 40 years Gwen and Bill have been married? We'll come back to that one.
You can be thinking about that.
Okay, name one quality you admire the most about Bill.
His sincerity.
Okay, Gwen.
Her honesty.
Okay.
No, I'll change it. Her dependability.
Okay. Which one, Bill or Gwen, is the boss of the family?
Gwenny.
Okay. If Gwen had gone to college or chosen any career, what would it have been?
been a terrific nurse.
Okay. Okay, if Bill had gone to college or chosen a career.
Bill would have been a great maintenance supervisor, superintendent in a large company.
Okay. And we'll go back to, what's the funniest thing that has happened in the 40 years Gwen and Bill have been married?
That guy is really good though. I mean, and Chuck enjoyed going.
I don't know.
I thought he was going to.
I don't know.
I thought he was going to be miserable.
Funniest thing. The funniest thing. Oh, I remember. It wasn't very funny.
But it is now.
It is now, though. When she got her legs mashed between the fingers. That wasn't very funny, but it was strange.
Okay, thank you for listening.
Oh, how about that?
What's one heuristic you think you got from your grandma?
Well, maybe her personality.
Okay, your grandpa.
His ears and nose, probably.
Okay, name one special time you share with your grandma and grandpa.
Both of them good.
Separate
Well, when we go to the mountains, we always have a good time. Me and Jeff and Paul.
Okay, what color best describes your grandma?
It's like a tan color, probably.
Okay, your grandpa.
White t-shirt color.
Why?
That's what he wears all the time. All he turns, he's in a white t-shirt.
Why?
Seems like that's what all she's always got on.
Okay, what color best describes your grandpa and why?
What do you,
Car.
a car? Oh, big pickup like old Red.
Okay, your grandma.
That moped she used to drive around. With her feet hanging off each side.
Okay, what animal best describes your grandpa?
What animal? Big old grizzly bear.
Okay, your grandma.
Turkey.
Okay, why?
Why? I don't know, she's kind of crazy actually. She just always drug me up a little bit too.
Okay, what kind of candy bar reminds you of your grandpa?
We can't eat cake. We're all too old.
What kind of candy bar?
Well, I've got plenty. You want to get some?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have any idea.
Your grandma.
I don't have any idea.
Okay, what's the funniest thing that's happened in the 40 years your grandma and grandpa have been married that you can remember?
I don't have a lot of friends to be
Probably the way they all argue and get on each other's case, especially when Lisa first started living there. They always tease each other around.
Okay, name one quality you admire the most about your grandpa.
Tells you everything like it pretty much is. You know, be around the bush about anything.
Okay, your grandma.
She's funny.
Okay, which one, your grandma or your grandpa, is the boss of the family and why?
I think it's a little bit of both in a weird way. Grandma usually gets whatever she wants, but she also does whatever he says too to a certain degree.
Okay, if your grandma had gone to college or chosen any career, what would it have been?
I usually, like, one phone at the store, I think I picked up some of that canned crabmeat, and then I'll have it here. That's really about the only thing that's unusual.
Chosen any career. Somewhere a desk job, maybe working business.
Okay,
Bless heart.
what magazine best describes your grandma?
They didn't do anything to me. They got
They touched Bill, huh?
Bill put the time in on me so they make a fool of myself.
Man magazine.
Okay, your grandpa.
He kept looking over at Kenny going,
Wildlife, whatever that is.
What color best describes Gwen?
blue.
Why?
I probably see Winnie in a different light than maybe anybody else because she's always been the big sister to me.
Okay.
And when I think of Winnie, I think of blue. So, I don't know. I really don't know why.
Okay. What color best describes Bill?
Color best describes Bill. Red.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's because he's a man's man. He is the kind of man most men would like to be like. Yeah. Dominant. A color that stands out. He's a man that stands out.
Okay, what car best describes Gwen?
Gwen? Oh, what car? Chevrolet.
Okay, what car best describes Bill?
Probably Chevrolet.
Why?
It's not show off-ish. It's solid. You know.
Okay. What animal best describes Bill and why?
Bill, a deer, a buck. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. An animal.
I can't remember which, there was a question I was going to ask you.
A squirrel. I don't know. I don't know. Just a squirrel. They're just. I don't know. It's just.
What's the funniest thing that has happened in the 40 years we and Bill have been married?
The funniest thing since they've been married. The funniest thing. I really don't know. Funny things. A lot of funny things. They've done a lot of funny things.
They won.
I can't think of one.
Okay.
They've had a lot of fun.
Name one quality you admire about Bill.
That's all I used there when you did.
Okay, Gwen.
Gwenny's loving and she's forgiving and she's fun. She's outgoing. Yeah. And she's just always been a big sister to me. You know. It's hard to pinpoint one thing down.
Which one, Bill or Gwen, is the boss of the family?
Bill.
Why?
Well, I don't know now. He may be the head of the house, but she's kind of the neck, you know.
Oh, okay.
Now, I think probably Bill is probably the boss of the house.
Okay, if Gwen had gone to college or chosen any career, what would it have been?
Nursing.
Why?
Well, she's always liked that.
Okay. Bill.
Engineering.
Okay. Thanks.
Is that it? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
If y'all don't be quiet, I am being interviewed and I don't appreciate the noise in the kitchen. Thank you.
What color best describes your mom?
Well, depending on the time of the month and whether she's had her shot or not.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Now, sometimes her color would just be pink. Okay? And then other times it would definitely be gray.
Okay. Okay, your dad.
My dad, My dad's color's brown. Because of the woods. It makes me think of the woods.
Okay.
Animals.
Okay, what animal best describes your mom?
My mother. Animal from my mother. The chicken. I think about chicken, and for several reasons I think about a chicken, because I think about just kind of pecking around in something, all the time. But there's a mother chicken with her chicks, just always making sure that everybody's in order.
Okay, your dad.
My dad makes me think of, well, I said this earlier, and Jeff laughed at me, but I think when I think about Daddy, I think about a big elk. A big old lumbering elk. A big, large elk.
Okay.
Okay.
What magazine best describes your mom?
What magazine? Well, it's definitely not Good Housekeeping. It's not Good Housekeeping. It would be Inquirer.
Okay, your dad.
Inquirer, yeah, because she likes to read those. And my dad, like outdoor sportsman.
Okay.
Okay.
What kind of candy bar reminds you of your dad?
Candy bar. I can't think of any names for candy bars. Let me think. A Hershey bar with nuts. Mom, a Mars bar.
Okay. What's the funniest thing that has happened in the 40 years mom and dad have been married?
Gosh, there are so many funny things. Okay, I know a lot of funny things, but one funny thing that I can remember that happened with my daddy was we were little kids and we lived down on Mount Vernon Avenue. It's 2314 Mount Vernon Avenue, and Dad was working on evening shift. And Mom let us stay up and wait for him to come home from work because it was on the weekend. And what had happened is Mom had taken this big urge during the day that day to move all the furniture around. And so all the furniture had been moved around in the house. But Dad didn't know it. So we all sat up and we popped popcorn and we waited for Daddy to come home. And he got home at about 11:30, and we were all waiting for him. And we all got to romping in the living room. We were playing and wrestling around on the floor and everything. And Dad stood up in the living room and he said, well, I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to go get in the bed. And he went, like that, like Tarzan, and took off running and to jump in the bed. And the bed wasn't there. The bed was moved. Grandma had moved the bed to another place, and he hit that floor with a crash. And not only that, he ran into the wall because it sounded like the whole house was falling down. But there were a lot of funny things with Mom and Dad. Honestly, I think another funny thing was more recent. It was probably the most recent thing that happened is when Dad found the money that Mom had. and Grandma hid this money, you see. And she didn't want Grandpa to know that she had this money. So she was hiding it. Well, one day she left the house and Grandpa got snooping around looking for things. I guess, I don't know what he was doing, but he found her money. And so she told him she was sorry that she didn't tell him about it. And he said, yeah, hon, you're sorry. And she says, I'm sorry you found it. And that's what she was really sorry about. But anyway, I think that was funny. And, gosh, there were a lot of other funny things that happened. I remember one thing about Grandma was when we were in high school, every time we did something, Grandma would somehow, she was like the Perils of Pauline. We all got together and we went ice skating. And Grandma, we were playing Crack the Whip. And Grandma got on the end of the whip. And we slung her out off the ice, all of us kids, and she had a brain concussion and had to go to the hospital. And then that wasn't very funny, but it was funny now. And then we'd all go water skiing, and she went water skiing, and she fell on the water skis, and she had to have her leg operated on. It just seemed like everything she went to do, she ended up getting hurt.
Okay, name one quality you admire about your mom.
Well, there are a lot of them. I think the one that I admire a whole lot is that she's so giving and so loving to everybody. But I also admire her talent in music.
Okay, and your dad?
Oh, my dad is real solid and stable. And also, Dad's always been there. Mom was always there too. I mean, all the time. But Dad always kind of has been real good in a crisis.
Okay. Which one? Bill or Gwen's the boss of the family?
Which one is Bill or Gwen's boss of the family? Well, okay, I think that's kind of that's a hard question to answer. Really, Mom is. But the thing is that she makes Dad think that he is, which is pretty smart. Even though Mom really pretty much gets her way, she's smart enough to make Dad think that it's his decision. Which is pretty crafty.
Okay, Gwen had gone to college, or chosen any career, what would it have been?
Well, it would have definitely been in entertainment. It would have been something in entertainment. And I could picture my mom working like on the stage as a director. Yeah, not in movies, but like in plays and that kind of stuff.
Okay, what, your dad?
Okay, Dad would have probably. I think Dad could have probably gone. He would probably still done similar work to what he did do. But if he'd gone on to college, I think he would have probably gone farther and would have probably been like the head of a big corporation. Instead of just, working as hard as he did all his life, he would have been able to have an easier time.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm done.
Characteristic you think you got from Grandma and Grandpa.
Okay.
How about Grandma first?
Probably she likes to talk a lot.
Okay. What about Grandpa?
He likes baseball.
He likes baseball. Okay. Name one special time you shared with Grandma and Grandpa.
Like when I got to Cincinnati, we went to the baseball game.
Delicious. Lots of times.
Cool places.
What color best describes Grandma?
Watch the pen. Like, she's happy. It would be like yellow, or bright orange, or bright pink. That's probably what it is.
Okay. What about Grandpa?
Probably a primary color. Real solid, blue or red.
Okay. What car best describes Grandpa?
Those little cars. Volkswagen are those little cars that are real round.
Round.
Bug or whatever that thing is.
Okay. What about Grandma?
Probably.
Okay. What magazine do you think would describe Grandma?
National Enquirer. Gossipy.
What about Grandpa?
Cutter or whatever.
What kind of candy bar reminds you of Grandma?
Mars bar, bakery, lots of nuts,
Grandma and Grandpa?
That me?
What's the funniest thing that has happened that you can think of with
About
Grandma
them.
and Grandpa?
What's this? Probably when Grandpa smashed her between the fenders.
Yeah.
And he called Mom and told her that he ran over her mother.
I just ran
And
over
then-
your grandma.
Okay. And then, well, they were playing, I heard, when they were playing Crack the Whip and all kinds of things like that.
What's the one quality you admire that Granddaddy has?
Probably that he's truthful, he's honest.
What about Grandma?
Creative.
Okay. Who's the boss of the family? Grandma or Grandpa?
Grandma, probably, because she's always, like, she gets her way with Grandpa.
Okay. If Grandma'd gone to college, what occupation do you think she or career she would have had?
Probably, definitely not a teacher. Probably a doctor.
Okay, what about Grandpa?
A scientist.
Okay, that's it. Jeff, you want to just jump in here?
Just get up. I'm gonna try to find
What
my
button is
pedal.
it?
It ain't no button, just let it go. It's going right now, and I'm
Okay.
like this.
What's the one characteristic you think you got from Grandpa?
This one right here. This characteristic right here.
And what about from Grandma?
This one right here. This characteristic is right here.
What special time did you share with Grandma and Grandpa?
Probably all the trips that we'd gone to the mountains when I was little, and all of us go together. And yes.
What color best describes Grandpa?
Probably brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
What about Grandma?
Orange.
Okay, what car do you think best describes Grandpa?
Grandpa, the biggest car I can think of would be about a 72 Chrysler New Yorker. The biggest car.
What about Grandma? One that doesn't have wheels on it.
A Datsun station wagon.
Okay. What magazine for Granddaddy?
Jeff, tell why she reminds you of
Hustler? What about Grandma?
Grandma's magazine would be Better Homes and Gardens.
Why does the station wagon, the Datsun station wagon, remind you of Grandma?
You ever driven one? It's kind of shaky and it doesn't drive real smooth, and it's just kind of rough ride.
What kind of candy bar reminds you of Grandpa?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Got one for Grandma?
I don't know any good candy bars.
Okay, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened that you know of with Grandma and Grandpa?
The funniest thing. Yeah, that's probably the funniest thing was him finding the money. Finding the money and thinking that she was trying to leave him, trying to save up for a lawyer to leave him.
What's the one quality you admire most about Grandpa?
Is knowing how to say it, knowing he's way around in the woods, knowing what I admire the most is how well he knows everything about it. When you're out in the woods, he knows everything. Yeah, everything you want to know when you're out there.
What about Grandma? What do you admire about
Her
Grandma?
all is talented, how talented she is. All of her talents.
Which one is the boss of the family, Grandma or Grandpa?
Neither one of them. but neither one of them the boss. They each think that they are, but neither one of them is.
If Mom had gone to college, Grandma had gone to college, what career do you think she would have chosen?
Psychoanalyst. Listen to other people's problems. Have nothing to worry about.
What about Granddaddy?
Game biologist.
Okay.
So you get being with animals all the time.
Okay, that's it. Okay, is there
Okay.
Who's the boss of the family? You or Gwen?
Why, of course, me.
Why?
Why, I run things around the house.
Oh, okay.
Vacuum sweeper, the washer, the dryer, dishwasher, and all that stuff.
Okay. What was the most difficult time of your marriage and why?
What? No, that's hard. What? Let me think a minute. The most difficult time of marriage. I can't think of anything real difficult. Help me a little bit.
Question.
You didn't? You're asking. Let me think. The most difficult time.
Well, we'll skip that one.
Well, no, wait a minute. Let's see. We're going for something here. There's about to be something difficult about this marriage.
Find an answer for this question.
Oh, I don't know. We'll come back to that whenever. Maybe
Okay.
we'll forget it. I can't think
What
of
was
anything
one
right
of the
off.
funniest things you can remember that happened to you both?
To both of us.
Or,
I'll tell you the funniest thing that ever happened on Mount Vernon Avenue. Would that do?
yeah.
Well, when I come home one evening, everybody was having out. My car was sitting in the driveway. And everybody, all the neighbors were standing out looking and everything. And the people next door had just put up a big new lamp post, and I noticed it was all flattened out down on the ground. And come to find out, Grandma had got out in the car and started back up the driveway and went across the island, across the vacant lot, up through 3 houses, 3 yards across the street, tore all their shrubs down, come back across the street, made a big circle across the street, went around the fire hydrant all the way around it, then back tore some more shrubs down, then come back down and tore the corner off of a house, and then run over the neighbor's lamp post. Then stopped the car right exactly where she started it. Set it right back in the driveway. And nobody got hurt. That was
What was an especially happy time that you can remember?
especially happy time that I can remember. Oh, I guess the most especially happy time that I can remember altogether is when all the grandchildren was born.
Okay, what is one thing you would like to change about Gwen?
Nothing, it's too late now. You can't change her.
What is one thing you would never want to change about Gwen?
I'm being prompted.
I'll kill you. Okay, thank you.
What else?
Oh, what was the most difficult time of your marriage?
I can't think of any that real difficult time. Oh, I guess the most difficult time was when I had to work away from home
Okay, that's it.
and not come home except on weekends. No. Well, shucks. I'm afraid to see what Grandma said about me.
Who's the boss of the family? You or Grandpa?
Grandpa.
Why?
Well, I like to make him think he's boss, you know? Most of the time he's boss. I give him the last word.
Okay. What was the most difficult time of your marriage?
I don't know. We've had a lot of difficult times in our marriage. The most difficult time, I think when we didn't have any money coming in, when Granddaddy was working on the railroad, probably was one of the most difficult times financially. And worry was car wrecks, sickness, and that kind of thing.
Okay, what was one of the funniest things you can remember that happened to you both?
And Granddaddy both?
Yeah.
I don't know, me and Granddaddy had a lot of funny things. Oh, I don't know, one thing funny, just recently was when he won the contest when he was a flasher. That was just a little thing, but we had a lot of fun things when we used to go to ball games. When the girls were in school, and we went to all their things. We saw a lot of good things that happened. Kathy was funny.
Yes.
I like to see good things. I don't know, when I wrecked a car, that was
Which
funny.
one?
When I tore up Mount Vernon, that was funny.
Okay.
And that's not all, but we had a lot of fun.
What was an especially happy time that you can remember? Now this is good time.
Good times. Well,
One of the happiest.
one of the happiest times of our life was one time when Granddaddy and I went to mountains fishing. And we didn't catch any fish all week. And we decided, we were sitting there beside some old people that were catching fish and we weren't catching any. And I said to Grandpa, let's stay another week. And we stayed another week. We went into town, washed our clothes in cold water in the place where you wash your clothes. And we stayed another week and we caught 101 trout. That was a good time of our life. We had a good time.
Okay. What is one thing you would like to change about Bill?
He's a big blow George. Oh my God, he's a big blow George. And he's boss sometimes. He shouldn't be boss.
Okay.
And he's too fat.
Okay. What is one thing you would never want to change about Bill?
His intelligence and his Granddaddy's very talented. I would never want to see him ever change.
Okay. That's it.
Is that all I got to say?
Is there anything else you want to say?
I would just say that Granddaddy has been a good father and a good husband. A good granddaddy.
A good uncle and a good nephew and
A good father-in-law.
a good son.
He's been a good man to all his family, including me, even though I get mad at him.
Okay.
Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, happy anniversary, happy, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary! Where's Becky? I'm here.
Well, Alex today. you sure put it on me today, I'll tell you that. All right, just a minute, I'm being filmed. That's